Okay, so let's keep this session as interactive. If you have any doubts, please you can raise your hand or you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question. And I want you to keep your phones aside in the mute and please concentrate on the session so that you will not be get distracted by anything and not losing any information in the session. If possible, you can get a private room or any place where no one is there and you can concentrate on this. So let me share my screen. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, my document has been misplaced. I think the document has been missed somewhere. Okay. Yeah, here it is. So coming to this training, you'll be learning here network fundamentals and Linux. What is Linux and how you can operate it. And after that, you'll be focusing on version control system, how you can track the files and how you can check the changes and how you can use that to roll back to your previous versions of files. And after that you'll get the understanding on basic things like what is cloud computing and why it is evolving technology right now. And after that you'll go through Azure admin syllabus where you'll learn how to manage the users in Azure and how to create groups and how to create the virtual machines, how to create the storage accounts and everything which is related to admin work. After that, you'll understand how the development of software will be going through and what is the life cycle of that. Then we'll come to DevOps overview, like what is DevOps and why we need to learn DevOps. After that, we will learn the tools which are used by Azure to implement the DevOps technology. And after that, you'll learn the Docker, Kubernetes, and Terraform. So this will be the syllabus which you are going to learn in upcoming days. And so coming to network fundamentals, first we'll understand how the internet is going to work. Like, for example, you are searching for google.com and you are able to see one website where you can search any query where you can get some information through the Google. So let's see how that is happening. So for example, let's assume that you have a browser, for example, Google Chrome. When you search for google.co.in, that information will be passed to your Wi-Fi router, which is located in your home. Okay, then that router will pass that information that so and so client is searching for google.com. This router will send this information to ISP. ISP is nothing but internet service provider. Internet service provider is the one who is giving you the internet. For example, Geo, Act Fibernet, Excel. These are all ISPs. So these people will get the information that you are searching for google.co.in. And through this as ISP, it will go to the DNS. Now, what is the DNS? DNS is nothing but a domain naming system. So basically, these applications are stored in the servers with some IP addresses. So, for our human convention, our understanding, what this DNS will do is it will convert that IP into a readable name like Google or Facebook or anything. This will resolve this Google to one IP address, and this IP will be sent to server. Now the server will check the information, will get the information of the application, and it will send back to the DNS, and DNS will send back to ISP. ISP will send back to router, and from router you will getting the information to client. So this is the flow of how you can get the Google in your browser. So to access small google.co.in, there is this much of big journey. Okay, and the basically we'll get this internet from optical fibers. Okay, uh, we will use our internet in our homes through Wi-Fi. You'll get to access to internet from your phone through Wi-Fi. But how this internet is getting to router or to your ISP providers? So the internet is passed to small some optical fibers or some big cables through the sea. Under the sea, there will be a big cables in the ocean. Through that oceans, we'll get the internet. Okay. If my pace is a bit speed, you can tell me. I will explain it slowly. Hello,
Okay, 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 teacher.
hello,
Okay, okay. Not much speed.
hello, Srikant. Your voice is low.
Okay, okay. Continue with that speed.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you understand how the internet is working and how you are getting the application in your mobile?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yep, sure. If you want to check the internet cables, you can get them from Submarine Cable Map. If you search for this website, so this is how the cables are laid out in the ocean. These are all the cables which are giving you the internet to your ISPs. Okay. So next thing is OSI model. So you understood how you are getting internet to your mobile. Now we'll understand what is OSI model and why it is useful to us in networking. Okay. Can you see the image or you want me to make it bit larger?
Yeah, you can
Larger.
make it bit larger.
Make.
Okay. So OSI model is nothing but they have created some layers for this transmission thing. Like you are getting whatever data you are sending or receiving. This will go through some layer by layer. It will be converted into some raw format or into bits or bytes. We'll see how it is going to happen. And this OSI model is standardized by ISO so that everyone can follow this standard and they can troubleshoot if there is any issue for any person when they are accessing any application. So to resolve that, they should have a proper framework, right? So they can go and check at which point of thing or at where they got stuck or where they are facing the issue in which phase. So for that, this OSI model has been invented, and yeah. So this in this OSI model, there will be 7 layers. Will be if you are using the application, we will go from layer 7 to layer 1. And if you are receiving anything from your other person to your application, then it will be reverse. You will be getting the information from L1 to L7, layer 1 to layer 7. So topmost layer will be the application layer, seventh layer. This layer is generally which is used by us. Like for example, you are using your Gmail, you are sending any message. So that will be your application layer. Okay. And in layer 6, there will be a presentation layer. So whichever message you are typing or you are sending, this will be sent to presentation layer. And this presentation layer will encrypt the message, or it will transform the message into secure manner so any other third person cannot read that information. After encrypting this message, it will be sent to next layer, layer 5, which is session layer. In session layer, it will establish a connection between your sender, right? Between your and your receiver servers, it will establish a session communication whether there is really a server out there or there is an address so that I can send a message. For example, sometimes you might face this thing where you have sent an mail to another person and you got a revert mail that the mail ID does not exist. So you got that written back saying that could not send the message because the mail address is not valid or some server is not there. So that thing will be used by session layer. And another example for session layer is single sign-on things. Like you are using any, for example, Insta. You will be logging to Instagram using Facebook addresses. So that is like a session thing. There will be a connection will be established. And next, it will be sent to the transport layer. So now this transport layer will convert your data into segments, small segments, and it will add some port numbers to that segments. Like for example, we generally use an web application HTTP or HTTPS. So generally for every application there will be a port number. We'll be learning what this port number means in upcoming sessions. For now, just understand that will be adding a port number. So that port will tell us what kind of application it is sending the message. Okay. And after converting it into segments, these segments are sent to next layer, which is network layer. And in this network layer, these segments are again converted into small packets. And we will add the IP addresses to which device you want to send this information. To that device, there will be a assigned IP. That IP of destination machine and IP of your machine will be added to these packets in the network layer. And these packets will be sent to next layer, which is data link layer, L2 layer. In data link layer, it will add some more information. It will convert these packets further into frames and it will add some more information like MAC ID or LLC address. MAC ID will be a unique ID which is assigned to your device, your Wi-Fi router or your laptop or anything. So that information is also added to your data now. Now this data is next sent to physical layer and this physical layer will convert your data into bits and bytes, which is zeros and ones, which machine can understand. And this information is passed to the receiver device physical layer using the cables, which we have discussed before. The internet cables are passing through the seas through that cables. This will be sent to physical layer of your sender device. and from there it will go from L1 to L7. There, from physical layer, it will send the bits and bytes to data link layer by converting it to frames. And then data link layer will convert those into packets and it will send to network layer. Now network layer will convert those into segments and it will send to transport layer. Now the transport layer will establish connection with session layer again. And session layer will decrypt the message to the presentation layer, and the presentation layer will send the message to application layer. This is the journey of any message or any information which is passed from sender to the receiver. Okay. This is regarding the OSI model. Hmm. Hello.
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 Yep, Srikant.
Hi.
Yep. Are you able to catch what am I saying?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yep. I said in the beginning, please keep this session interactive. If you have any doubts, please go ahead. So, did you get the basic understanding of how internet is working and how it is passing through the OSI layers?
Yeah, understood. Jay Chandra.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the basic thing of how network works. As it is first session today, I did not keep so much topics as I thought that you will be asking me doubts and questions. So this is the intro class and about OSI model and how our internet is working. So do you have any doubts in this?
Till now, no
And I
doubts.
And I know that this is the theory session and it won't be much interesting.
Continue.
Mhm. So yeah, today's class has been ended. As I have said that I kept less syllabus for today as it is an intro session. So I have kept only OSI model and how internet is working. If you have any doubts, please go on.
Yeah, Jay. I heard about
Yeah,
that.
boss.
So many tools are using DevOps, like, but you are saying only I think
So, yep. As per syllabus, I have told you in the beginning that we'll be covering the network fundamentals. Linux version control system is nothing but GitHub. And coming to cloud computing, we are covering Azure DevOps. And SDLC is the main thing how software is working. And for infra, we are using Terraform.
the software cycle, like that agile methodology, something.
Yes, agile methodology is what we can say, which is previous to DevOps. So DevOps will also use some things from agile methodology. Okay, and coming to orchestration, you are learning Kubernetes, and coming to containerization, you are learning Docker. Okay, let me show you what tools we are uh, teaching you. So yeah, this is the DevOps thing, and Coming to tools, as you said, for the plan in Azure DevOps, we'll have Azure boards. We'll use the Azure boards. And coming to code, you can see the Git, and we'll cover the Git and Azure repos as well. And coming to build thing, you will have Maven and .NET applications we'll use. So we have a NuGet and Maven. And coming to testings, we have test plans in Azure DevOps. So we'll cover that. And if you want, we can cover the Sonar Cube as well. And for release, deploy, and everything, we'll use Azure pipelines. For CI/CD pipelines, we'll use Azure pipelines, which is build pipeline and release pipeline. And coming to operate and monitor, you'll be using Azure. In Azure admin, you'll learn that how to monitor your applications and how to handle the monitor. So you'll be getting all the things which are required for Azure DevOps in this training. If you want, I can share you the detailed syllabus with all the tools as well.
Yeah, you can share those
Yeah, you can share.
details.
Yeah, sure. I'll share it to you by EOD. And I need some information from you guys. Can you please share your email IDs in that WhatsApp group so that I can schedule an meeting, and you'll get a notification in your Google Calendar so that you can join from that link.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Yep.
Actually, it will take how much time it will take your the all.
So daily you'll be having 1 hour of session in which will 45 to 50 minutes will be your training class session,
Okay,
and 10 to 15 minutes we can cover up if there are any doubts or any queries which you have from the previous sessions.
okay.
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 Like that, how many days this class will go on?
So we have planned this training for 2 months. You'll be having the sessions from Monday to Friday, every day one
Only
hour.
week, only
Yeah,
weekdays.
only weekdays. If you are okay with it, we can plan an doubt session in Saturday for half an hour or 1 hour.
Okay, we have any doubts for the entire week?
Yep. If you have any doubts for the entire week, you can we can schedule a meeting on Saturday for
Okay.
half an hour or 1 hour.
Yeah. Out of
Okay.
the box, I have a few doubts.
Out
Why
of the
want
box.
out of the box? Is there? I'm like, we have two clouds right now present at market, AWS and Azure.
Yep.
Um,
Out of the box, we have overall three clouds which are booming in the market right now, which
yeah,
is
yeah.
Azure,
Right now, Google
AWS,
also is
and
there.
yeah, GCP. But slowly people are migrating to Azure and Azure DevOps because in Azure you'll have user-friendly names. For example, you'll learn about what is VM.
Yeah,
I'm taking that as an
I
example.
know the Azure admin.
Okay. So, for the people who don't have basic understanding, who did not touch the cloud until now, so generally, VM means virtual machine. In Azure, the naming convention will be like general usage thing. For VM, it will be VM only. If you go to AWS, they'll call the VM as EC2, Elastic Cloud Compute. So the naming terminology will be bit different compared to Azure and AWS. Rest of the remaining things will be the same, whichever you are using.
Yeah, but
And
I heard about
yeah,
that difference that Azure and AWS little bit Azure AWS will be tougher
no,
comparatively Azure?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tougher in the sense the terminologies will be a bit different, and authorization things like IAM will be there. In Azure, you can manage the IAMs for each and every resources separately. But whereas in AWS, you need to create some roles and you need to assign those roles. Whereas in Azure, you can create there is no need of creating roles, especially for an application or anything. You will have a IAM thing for each and every service which you are using in Azure. So you can go to that service and you can give the permission to the users or anything which you want to play with them. And coming to Azure DevOps, in general, I think, as you said, there are a lot of tools in DevOps like Jenkins for pipeline, SonarQube for planning and testing, and Docker Kubernetes for orchestration and containerization. Whereas in Azure DevOps, they have plugged this all into one single portal, and in one single portal, you can manage your tickets and you can manage your source code, you can manage your pipelines, you can manage your test plans, and you can manage your artifacts. So they have plugged everything into one single package where users can get friendly and they can learn easily. So that is the reason why people are slowly migrating from AWS or GCP to Azure. Yeah, Vamsi. Did you get my point?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. Sham, do you have any queries?
No,
Okay. So, I think you have awareness on this thing, like how internet is working and
yeah, I have little
net.
bit idea on
Yeah, yeah.
AWS. I know manual deployment in EC2 instance.
Okay, then it will be easy for you in Azure. So, uh, what did you deploy in your EC2 instance?
I mean, like I know only manual deployment. The other guy in my company has done all the basic setup for me. So he
Okay.
showed me to how to deploy the code only in
Yeah,
EC2, but
that
not the
is
process how it does.
yeah, that was the easy thing, manual deployment. Like you will have an EC2 instance where you can log into that instance and you'll dump the code into your HTML path so that you
Yeah,
can use that by
yeah,
using the IP.
yeah.
Am
That
I
folder
right?
I would upload in the AWS and remove the older one.
Yeah. So yeah, that was in Azure also it will be same, but instead of EC2 you'll be using an VM over here.
Okay.
Okay.
While
So
uploading, we will remove the assets folder and we up.
yep. So if you want to add or remove any like images or any static content, you can do that to the assets folder.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll go in a detailed sessions, and tomorrow I'll be covering what is IP addresses and types of IP addresses and what is public IP, private IP, what is DNS, and these things will come cover up tomorrow. And I want you guys to maintain some patience for this week, because I think most of the topics which we discuss this week will be theory. After
Okay.
3 to 4 days, we'll jump into practical sessions where we come to Linux and we'll be having hands-on sessions on Linux. From there onwards, most thing will be practical. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Thanks for joining. Do you have any other queries?
No,
Hello.
No, no.
So, yeah, if anyone doesn't have any queries, I am ending this session. And I'll share this recording with you next day, every next day after the session has been completed, because this recording has to get rendered and saved into the cloud. Then I can download and I can share it with you. And so I'll share a document on OSI model and as well as how internet is working. So you can go through that document once and you can recollect what I have said in this session, and you can get more bit more understanding. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
but end of the day, you can share the course structure and what tools are you we are learning that.
Sure, sure. By the EOD, I'll be sharing whole syllabus, mainly focusing on what tools you'll be learning.
Yeah, thank
Yep. I think in this presentation I have shared already Docker, Kubernetes, and Terraform. You need more regarding Azure pipelines and Azure augmenting, right?
you.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yep. Sure, Vamshi. I'll share that to you. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Yep. Thank you, Sham. Thanks.